Hello friends, in today's lecture we are going to discuss the cell cycle in the plants. Myself, Dr. Sujit Jadhav, Assistant Professor, Department of Botany, SBR College Maswad, Taluka Man, District Satara. During the cell cycle, first of all one should understand what is the meaning of cell cycle. The cell cycle or cell division, which is also called as cell division, is the series of events that take place in a cell that cause it to divide into two daughter cells. These events include the duplication of its DNA, partitioning of its cytoplasm into two daughter cells in a process what we call it as a cell division. Cell cycle is divided into two main stages. First one, that is interphase, and the mitotic phase, that is M phase. During interphase, the cell grows, accumulating nutrients needed for mitosis and replicates its DNA and some of its organelles. During the mitotic phase, the replicated chromosomes, organelles, and cytoplasm separate into two new daughter cells. In cells without nuclei, what we call them as prokaryotes like bacteria, archaea, the cell cycle is divided into the B, C, and D periods. The B period extends from the end of cell division to the beginning of DNA replication. DNA replication occurs during the C period, and in the D period, which refers to the stage between the end of DNA replication and the splitting of the bacterial cell into two daughter cells. The cell division cycle is a vital process by which a single-celled fertilized egg develops into a mature organism, as well as the process by which, in case of humans, hair, skin, blood cells, and some internal organs are renewed. After cell division, each of the daughter cell begins the interphase of the new cycle. Although the various stages of interphase are not usually morphologically distinguishable, each phase of the cell cycle has a distinct set of specialized biochemical processes that prepare the cell for initiation of the cell division. The eukaryotic cell cycle consists of four distinct phases: G1 phase, S phase, that is what we call it as a synthetic phase, then G2 phase, which is known as interphase, and M phase, that is where mitosis and cytokinesis has been put forth. M phase is itself composed of two tightly coupled processes: mitosis, in which the cell's nucleus divides, and cytokinesis going on, in which the cell's cytoplasm divides, forming two daughter cells. Activation of each phase is dependent on the proper progression and completion of the previous one. Cells that have temporarily or reversibly stopped dividing are said to have entered the state of consequence called as G0 phase. So this is a diagrammatic representation of eukaryotic cell cycle, where we can found different stages, that is mitosis phase is there, then G1, that is gap phase 1 is there, where cell that sees divisions, then S phase, that is DNA synthesis phase, and G2 phase, that is gap 2 phase. Every stage of this particular cell cycle has its own importance. One by one we will discuss about them. The gap 0 or G0, a phase where the cell has left the cycle and stopped dividing. Then gap 1, where it has been located here, cells increase in size in gap 1 or G1. The G1 checkpoint controls mechanism ensures that everything is ready for DNA synthesis. Then the third phase, that is synthetic phase or S phase, what we call it as, here DNA replication occurs during this phase. Then gap 2, that is G2 phase, during this stage, the gap between DNA synthesis and mitosis, the cell will continue to grow. And at the end, the mitosis begins, where cell growth stops at this stage and cellular energy is focused on the orderly division into two daughter cells. After cell division, each of the daughter cell begins the interphase of new cycle. Although the various stages of interphase are not usually morphologically distinguishable, each phase of the cell cycle has a distinct set of specialized biochemical processes that prepare the cell for initiation of cell division. One by one, we will discuss all about these particular stages. Prior to mitosis, each chromosome makes an exact duplicate of itself. The chromosomes that thicken and coil. Here we can observe this particular. The G0 phase is a resting phase where the cell has left the cycle and has stopped dividing. The cell cycle starts with this phase. Non-proliferative, that is non-dividing cells in multicellular eukaryotes generally enter the quiescent G0 state from G1 and may remain quiescent for long periods of time, possibly indefinite. Then the second phase, that is in early prophase, the centrioles which have divided form asters and move apart. The nuclear membrane begins to disintegrate. Before that, the interphase, which is a series of changes that take place in a newly formed cell and its nucleus before it becomes capable of division again. It is also called as preparatory phase or intermitosis. Typically, interphase lasts for at least 91% of the total time required for the cell cycle. Interphase proceeds in three stages: G1, then S and G2, followed by the cycle of mitosis and cytokinesis. The cell's nuclear DNA content are duplicated during S phase. Here in this particular G1, that is the first growth phase or post-mitotic gap phase, what we call it as, the first phase within interphase from the end of the previous mitotic phase until the beginning of DNA synthesis is called as G1, G indicating the gap. It is also called the growth phase. During this phase, the biosynthetic activities of the cell, which are considerably slowed down during M phase, that is mitotic phase, resume at high rate. The duration of G1 is highly variable even among different cells of the same. In G1 phase, a cell has three options: to continue cell cycle and enter into the next phase, that is S phase, that is synthetic phase, then stop cell cycle and enter G0 phase for undergoing differentiation, become arrested in G1 phase, hence it may enter G0 phase or re-enter cell cycle. Then the next phase, that is S phase, where the ensuing S phase starts with DNA synthesis. When it is complete, all of the chromosomes have been replicated. That is, each chromosome consists of two sister chromatids. Thus, during this phase, the amount of DNA in the cell has doubled. Though the ploidy and number of chromosomes are unchanged, rates of DNA transcription and protein synthesis are very low during this phase. An exception to this is histone production, most of which occurs during S phase. Then the next phase, that is G2 phase, that is growth phase. G2 phase occurs after DNA replication and is a period of protein synthesis and rapid cell growth to prepare the cell for mitosis. During this phase, microtubules begins to recognize to form a spindle, that is pre-prophase. Here we can see this particular pre-prophase where spindles they have been recognized. Before proceeding to mitotic phase, cells must be checked at G2 checkpoint for any DNA damage within the chromosomes. And afterwards, the mitotic phase, that is third phase. The relatively brief mitotic phase consists of nuclear division, that is karyokinesis. It is a relatively short period of the cell cycle. M phase is complex and highly regulated. The sequence of events is divided into phases corresponding to the completion of one set of activities and the start of the next. These phases are subsequently known as prophase. Here this is the prophase, then prometaphase, then metaphase, then anaphase, and the last one, that is telophase. So these are different phases where entire mitosis or mitotic divisions, or what we call them as somatic cell divisions, they have been taken place. Then as far as the regulation of eukaryotic cell cycle is concerned, the regulation of cell cycle involves processes crucial to the survival of the cell, including the detection and repair of genetic damage as well as the prevention of uncontrolled cell division. The molecular events that control the cell cycle are ordered and directional. That is, Each process occurs in a sequential fashion and it is impossible to reverse the cycle. So this is about eukaryotic cell division. In case of prokaryotic cell division, as already we have discussed few parts, that is B, C, D, these 4 parts, they have been divided, cell division divided into these 4 parts. Prokaryotes are much simpler in their organization than eukaryotes. So prokaryote chromosome is much easier to manipulate than the eukaryotic one. The usual method of prokaryotic cell division is termed as a binary fission. The prokaryotic chromosome is a single DNA molecule that first replicates, then attaches each copy to a different part of the cell membrane. When the cell begins to pull apart, the replicate and original chromosomes are separated. Following cell splitting, that is cytokinesis, there are then 2 cells of identical genetic composition. They have been developed, except for the rare chance of spontaneous mutations. One consequence of this asexual method of reproduction is that all organisms in a colony are genetically equal. So this is all about cell cycle in case of prokaryotic and eukaryotic type of cells. Thank you. Thank you very much.